In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to set up UTM parameters on Facebook so you could start making more data-driven decisions. Every so often, one of our accounts have a discrepancy of 30 to 40% in what Facebook reports and what our actual CRM reports. And that difference is going to hinder your ability to actually scale your ads and make a profit. So what I'm going to show you guys is how we set up UTM parameters, the software that we use to transfer the UTM parameters to our client's CRM, and how we take that data to make decisions without relying on Facebook. So let's jump right into my screen. So as you could see, for one of our clients' accounts, we have the time frame from February 1st to February 23rd. And as you could see, we have this reporting here. So this is a tracking sheet that we use for our client. This is just a quick example. I'm going to show you another client example where the tracking was off by quite a bit and sort of the decisions that we make in order to make our clients more profit. Facebook reported 28 leads, and what really happened, the true data is 31 leads. And some of you may look at this and say the only difference is 3 leads, but where it really gets important is looking at the data itself. So as you could see here, we have a column for revenue. So we refer a lot to our clients' CRM. We get on weekly Zoom calls where we get, view access to the CRM. So this sheet isn't updated as usual. I will show you guys another example where sheet is updated every so often. But not only am I able to see the true stats, but I'm able to reflect which campaigns and which ads are bringing in revenue. So when our client updated this sheet and updated the deal for 9,700, I can't scroll to the left because that's where customer information is, but I know that this customer on this row is worth $9,700, and probably in that ad within itself, we spent anywhere from $100 to $400. So that is a great return on investment. And what that tells our media buying team is to allocate more money to this specific ad. And this is another client where they do update their sheet more often, and maybe would say like once every few hours. So we're able to see real-time data. Facebook reported 28 leads where we actually received 36 leads with a difference of 8 leads. Although yes, that is important to understand the discrepancy of your lead quantity, but the major fact, the thing that we really refer to is which campaigns are bringing in revenue. So as we could see here, there have been 3 deals that have been closed out of the 36 leads that we brought in. And unfortunately, not the same advertisement has brought in, customers more than once. They all came from separate campaigns and separate ads. So as you can see, this deal, 28,509, came from this campaign ID, this audience, and this ad. This job here came in at 12,598, came from this campaign, this audience, and this ad. And then this one came from all audience 90. This is our remarketing campaign, which not surprisingly brought in a job for $37,000. So as you could see, we are pushing more money and more time and creating more creatives and interests that are related to these specific ads, because these are proven to generate money, right? Leads, it's a vanity metric. It's not enough to gauge your results. Every so often, I'll talk to agency owners or digital marketers and they'll be focused on their cost per lead. Again, while that's important, it still remains a vanity metric because we're looking at our closing rate, we're looking at in-house appointments, and we're looking at how much revenue we're actually generating. So how do we set this up is the better question. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go to one of our clients' accounts and we are going to put in the UTM parameters, and this is done at the ad level. So you want to come to Business Manager, you want to go to your ad account. We're just going to select any campaign here and we're going to click edit on the ad level. We're going to scroll down, build a URL parameter. And in some cases for our clients, it's a little bit different. So for sources, when we have a multi-channel approach, we use the source name. So we will do site source name. So we'll for sure know whether it came from Facebook or Google. Campaign medium is your campaign ID. Campaign name is your ad set name. So you just, once you click into it, you could just start typing here and then it'll just populate. For the sake of example, I'm going to leave it as it is. So campaign name, we usually use ad set name. Campaign content is ad name. These parameters are very dynamic. You don't have to follow the exact same setup as I have, but this is what we do for our clients. That's the easiest way to read data. Now, quick caveat here, for all of our new campaigns, we're actually replacing name with IDs. So instead of ad set name, we use ad set ID. So if you type it in, ad set ID instead of ad set name, and the same thing for ad name as well. So instead of ad name, we use ad ID. And the reason is when you duplicate a campaign in Facebook Ads Manager, the UTM parameters will come from the previous campaign that you duplicated. However, when you use ID, it will take the unique individual campaign, ad set, and ad ID, and there will be no confusion in terms of where the lead actually came from. So just to reiterate, all new campaigns within the last month, 2 months, we have been using IDs as we find it less problematic. So once you have this set up, you want to click apply, and then you want to hit publish. And then once you do that, this will be processing. You want to just refresh your page. And in order to see if your UTM parameters are working, you have to view the ad at a viewer's perspective. So you can't just come in through here and manage Facebook comments. You actually have to come into the share option, share a link, and open the ad in your feed. So I have an example here where I opened it up. This is how our clients would see the ad. Now, what you want to do is you want to click get offer, or just click the call to action, and you can't use the links. If you're using links in your actual ad copy, it's not going to work. So you need to click it in the call to action where the URL parameters are attached. And as you could see here, this is our URL. I have this part blocked off, but if you come over here, you could see the UTM campaign is right here, the UTM content, UTM medium, and all of the information is stored here. So we're able to actually extract it. Now, if you want to do a test example, which you're going to have to in this case, you're going to actually have to put in a test number or the test lead. So what you could do is just put your information here. Test, don't see, I already did it before, but just put your email and then number and then drop down and then submit yourself as a lead. Now what happens is whatever platform you are using, and in our case, we are using ClickFunnels. If you head over to ClickFunnels, ClickFunnels automatically collects the UTM parameters. If you're using other landing page builders such as Unbounce, you're going to have to tweak it a little bit in order for the landing page builder to capture the UTM parameters. But thankfully, ClickFunnels automatically does it for us if set up right. So now that we have it set up right, what you want to do is you want to head over to a software called Zapier.com. And what Zapier does is it connects multiple platforms without any of your manual input. So the platform that we use is ClickFunnels. And if you come into here, it usually says no data when you come in here. But if you come into the UTM medium section and you click the drop down and it shows the additional info UTM medium, then that means it did pull it off. If you're doing this in real time, it will show you the numbers. It's not showing it for me. It's showing no data because I've already came into this before, and sometimes it glitches, which is completely normal. But this is how we connect it. So we have ClickFunnels, which is our landing page builder, as the capture. It's a source, it's the trigger. And what we want to do is we told Zapier to connect it to Google Sheets. So we connect it to our spreadsheets, our worksheets, and then we match the columns, which is here, with the actual name. Okay, so name is our first name, number, we grab their phone, email, date of lead, location, and then we have our UTM parameters, which are these 3 rows right here. And once you actually come to the sheet, you could have everything laid out perfectly here. It's very important to do this. Again, number 1 is because you actually want to see your true data. And number 2, you want to be able to gauge which campaigns and which ads not only bring in a profitable cost per lead, but ones that are actually bringing in revenue. A few examples here is the CRMs that we use for our other clients. This is, I don't remember the CRM on the top of my head, but as you can see here, the type of submission is a Facebook ad. We have the ad set ID, the campaign name, and we have the ad name here. We also have another example in Market Sharp where we have the customer profile here. And then if you look at the bottom, bring my screen down a little bit, you could see there has been notes left by the client here, but then you could also see the source. You could see that it came from Google, that it came from CPC, and this is a screenshot screenshot, but if we were to scroll down lower, you could see the actual keyword that we are bidding for. And if you're someone like us, where we work with home improvement businesses, windows and doors, roofing, home renovation, jobs are anywhere from $9, $10, $11,000 all the way upwards of $80, $90,000. So it's really important that we're optimizing for ads and campaigns that are bringing us revenue. So you want to make sure that if you have any campaigns set up either on Google or Facebook, most importantly on Facebook, because of the iOS discrepancy it's causing, you want to make sure you have your UTM parameters set up. You want to do a test lead on an example ad, and you want to capture and channel the data using a software called Zapier, where you could say, I want to capture the UTM parameter from my landing page builder, ClickFunnels, and I want to bring it to my CRM, Market Sharp, or bring it to a tracking sheet that I showed you guys earlier, which we use Google Sheets internally for our ad optimizations. If you guys have any questions, please leave your comments below, and I'm more than happy to answer anything UTM related, but I do want to make sure I'm putting enough emphasis. If you are spending, even $3,000, $4,000 a month, if you're definitely spending over $20,000, $30,000 a month, UTM parameters are must, because you change your perspective from what is my cost per lead to how much are my ads making me at a net margins. So once again, if you guys have any questions, just leave it below, and we'll see you in the next video.